Thanks for joining us from the Ohio AgNet, the voice you know with the news you trust studio, sponsored by BASF and Certain Corn Herbicide. Unleash residual power early to allow for pre- or post applications to attack weeds at their weakest. I'm Dusty Sonnenberg reporting. As the sun is trying to break through the clouds at our farm, it is currently 18 degrees on the barn thermometer. With a little breeze, it feels a little colder, but we're definitely doing better than we were a week ago at this time. This quick calendar reminder, Ritchie Brothers is having a large auction on February the 10th. Visit rbauction.com for all the details. Let's check in now with Joe Everett as he has an update on an open house being held by the Ohio Department of Natural Resources.
The Ohio Department of Natural Resources is inviting people interested in a mission-driven career to attend one of 11 upcoming Natural Resources Officer Open Houses across the state. ODNR leaders say increasing the number of officers is a priority as Natural Resources officers play a key role in keeping visitors safe while protecting Ohio's parks, waterways, forests, and nature preserves. The open houses offer an inside look at a career that combines law enforcement with conservation and public service. Attendees will learn about the hiring and training process, physical fitness requirements, and specialized units like K9, drone operations, investigations, and swift water rescue. Participants can also get application tips, talk directly with current officers, and sign up for a ride-along opportunity. The events are designed for both those just starting their careers and those considering a career change. Open houses run from February 4th through March 5th at state parks and field offices across Ohio. Those interested are encouraged to register in advance by emailing ODNR's Natural Resources Officer Recruitment Team. To learn more, you can find this full article today at ohioagnet.com. For the Ohio AgNet, I'm Joe Everett reporting.
Thanks, Joe. Well, in other agricultural news, the USDA made its first major food peace announcement after taking over the program following the end of the U.S. Agency for International Development, that was formerly known as USAID. USDA released the details of an agreement to provide up to 215,000 metric tons of commodities to 7 different countries. Turning now to what's trending at ohioagnet.com. For anyone in Ohio watching South America at the end of January, the spreadsheets still look reassuring. Now, USDA's January WASDE and the latest official Brazilian and Argentine surveys describe a 25-26 season with abundant soybeans and corn flowing out of the southern hemisphere. On paper, global stocks are rebuilding, export programs look strong, and the world balance sheet appears comfortable. Yet behind that word lies a South American summer marked by volatile weather, rising local cost, heated domestic demand, and farm margins that feel much tighter than the global numbers suggest. Now, Brazil remains the center of this story. In its fourth 25-26 crop survey, CONAB projects another record soybean harvest with the planted area close to 49 million hectares and production around 176.124 million metric tons. That's down from the third survey, which expected 177.601 million metric tons, a few percentile points above last season and broadly aligned with USDA's slightly more optimistic 178 million ton projection. Now, soybean planting is practically complete, with official data showing more than 99% of the intended area sown by late January, and harvest already advancing over the early fields led by Mato Grosso and Parna. The heart of Brazil's soybean belt in the center west, especially Mato Grosso, has benefited from a much more regular rainfall pattern since late December after an uneven start and stand establishment in most regions described as good. There are reports of replanting where heavy early rains compromised emergence, and in some pockets that faced brief dry spells, but nothing that materially changes the national story so far. Let's get a look now at today's Wednesday weather forecast. Today's forecast brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance. You can learn more online at seedconsultants.com.
We've got a disturbance trying to move across southern Ohio through this afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Ryan Martin. Quick forecast update for you. Still watching I-70 southward this afternoon into this evening for some snow, some sleet, maybe a little bit of freezing rain. I still think we can see a coating to an inch or two of snow. Now, north of I-70, we've got clouds through the rest of the day, but I don't think we have major precipitation concerns. All of this out by midnight. Dry tomorrow. I'm Ryan Martin.
Thanks, Ryan. Stay tuned. We'll be back to take a look at your markets after this. It's time for the Morton Buildings Building Value Days sales event running now through the end of February. Morton buildings are built stronger, last longer, and look better. So if you're planning for a garage, farm shop, stall barn, a storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, or anything in between, act now. Our buildings are built to last, but these savings won't. Visit MortonBuildings.com or contact your local Morton office to take advantage of current savings on new buildings. Certain restrictions may apply. Offer valid only on select new building orders placed between January 5th and February 28th, 2026. It's time now to take a look at what those markets are doing in Chicago. Today's market update brought to us by Seed Consultants. Simply better performance online at seedconsultants.com. Now at the opening bell, grain and soybean markets were faltering on weather and global supplies. As we found, March corn was down 1 3/4 and March soybeans were down 2 3/4 cents, with Chicago wheat down 3 1/2. Currently on the Board of Trade, March corn is down 2 1/2 cents at $4.26. March soybeans are down 5 3/4 at $10.60 1/4 cent, and wheat for July trading 6 cents lower at $5.42 3/4 cent a bushel. In livestock, February live cattle are trading $1.55 higher at $241.87 1/2 cent, and February lean hogs are 12 1/2 cents lower at $88.42 1/2. Thanks for joining us. This is the Ohio AgNet.